Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the Orchis Yosher, and I believe this is the final paragraph in this chapter of Seva Panim Yofais of the pleasant demeanor. V'oisen Talmidei Chachamim shemekaben kol adam bepanim zuafais v'gorim behem. Any Torah scholar who accepts a person with an ugly, sour face and he screams at them. Chazal teach us a scholar has to be someone that is amiable and warm to everyone. He shouldn't be like a pot that's missing the salt, which means he shouldn't be a tasteless person who's bland, who people don't enjoy. He should be someone geschmack that people enjoy. He should be willing to take his disgrace and be beloved by everyone. And he should even be humble to the people in his house. What's natural, a father wants to show his command of the house. He wants to show that he's the ruler of the house. He wants people to do for him, to serve him. No, even there, a person should be humble in his house. He shouldn't put any extra fear, shouldn't frighten them excessively for the way that he treats them. Rather, he should be like the bottom of the threshold of a door, where everybody tramples on top of him. And not like a small opening, which means that his heart shouldn't be so restricted. That he doesn't have patience for anybody. He flies off the handle so easily. There's no time for him to be able to deal with people in the right way. And he takes very wonderful people. Could be his wife, his children, his relatives, his father, his mother, anyone that he comes in contact with, and he pushes them away. He distances them and himself from each other as a result of his impetuous and his impatient behavior. Even in your youth, don't be bad. That's not a praise for the Torah. When a young man who represents what Torah is all about and he behaves in such a rotten way, that's not good. Rather, even in your youth, even in your teenage years, very difficult for a teenager to do this, but even in their teenage years, Yafa, you should be nice, beautiful, people should see you. That's the shevach, that's the praise of Torah. Don't be someone who is quick and who is impatient with others. Then nobody will be able to ask you a question. And you should be careful, because if people are intimidated of you and they don't want to ask you questions in learning, in Torah, in hashkafa, outlook, advice, whatever it might be, you never know the day of your death. And if you have no students around you, you have no one that's learning from you, what's going to be after you die? No one will mention your name anymore, because you never shared the knowledge and the wisdom that you have with them. V'kachrinu, says Rav Chaim Kanievsky, and we see this behavior, the positive behavior, Kol Gedolei Yisrael Amitim, all of the true leaders of the Jewish people, Shekiblu Kol Adam V'Seva Panim Yafais, they receive every person with a shining countenance and a pleasant demeanor, Ubesavlonos, and with great patience. V'zehu Kiddush Hashem, and that's a sanctification of God's name. Shezeichen al Yidei Zeh L'Chol Hamaylo Yishamu Chachamim, they end up meriting all of the special attributes that our sages are speaking about. They will merit to have Ruach HaKodesh, which is almost to the level of prophecy, like it says, a humble humility, true humility on the highest of levels will bring a person to Ruach HaKodesh, which is this divine spirit that they'll have to be able to know things that other people in this world will not know. Rav Chaim Kanievsky himself is known to be one of these people in our generation that has Ruach HaKodesh. He knows things, he says things happen that are impossible for him to know, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends him that bracha. And one of the reasons is because we see from many stories with him the tremendous patience and the understanding that he has of people. His house is like a Rishus Harabim. There are hundreds of people coming through his house every single day, and some of them are short and some of them are with long questions, and he deals with everyone with such tremendous patience. There's a beautiful story that he said that one night, in the middle of the night, there was a knocking on the window of his house, and he got up. He was very alarmed. He wanted to see what happened. And he finds there's a Jewish man outside of his house. And the man begins apologizing to Rav Chaim Kanievsky for waking him up in the middle of the night. And he says, it's a question of pikuach nefesh, which means life and death. So Rav Chaim said, please, what's the matter? He said, tomorrow morning, I'm making a bris for my son. And my wife and I right now are up in the middle of the night arguing over what name should we give to this boy. Should it be from my side of the family or my wife's side of the family? So if Chaim Kanievsky didn't get upset, he didn't yell at the man, how dare you wake me up for such a thing, this is not life and death. He gave him advice and he said, you know what, why did you give the boy two names? One from your family and one from your wife's family. And the man went home happy, and that's exactly what he did the next morning. They gave the boy two names. So Reb Chaim Kanievsky sat there and he answered the man calmly, even in the middle of the night with the Sefer Panim Yafais. It's no wonder that he's zeichet to a life of Ruach HaKodesh, of divine intervention and the divine knowledge that comes from above. Wishing everyone a wonderful day. We finished, Baruch Hashem, this chapter, and we will move on, Be'ez Hashem, to the next chapter, starting tomorrow, God willing, which is the chapter of Anava, of humility. All the best.